members of the committee. As a former civics teacher, and some of you remember that there used to be a civics in the public school system, it's an incredible honor to be in these chambers, so thank you for having me. My name again is Eva Moskowitz, and I'm the founder of Success Charter Network. We have 4 high-performing schools. We're opening 3 more this summer, and our aspiration is not only to create 40 phenomenal schools and educate the kids within our 4 walls exceptionally well, but to change the rules of the game so that children outside of our 4 walls can get the education that they deserve and are entitled to. Our nation, as you well know, has lost much of its competitive edge because our education system, particularly the K-12 education system, is not what it needs to be. Despite a half-century of incredible increases in spending. That's the bad news. The good news is that we now have proof points across this nation of what works. Congressman Polis referred to that in his opening statement. We now know that there are a lot of great schools, and even more importantly, for the purposes of this hearing, we know that there are charter leaders who have not just done it once, but have done it over and over again. And so the time is ripe to really think through replication and how more children can take advantage of what is clearly good school designs. So we have the suppliers, and we certainly have the demand. We had 5,000 parents at our lottery for Harlem Success Academy for 475 spots. The people have spoken. They want excellent education. Parents are voting with their feet, not only in New York City, but across this nation. Therefore, the time is now for the federal government to play an important role in reversing our nation's educational decline by investing in high-performing charter replicators. We need a high occupancy vehicle lane for those folks who have proven that they can get the job done. There's an anecdote about General Grant that you may have heard. Someone told President Lincoln that Grant was a drunk. Lincoln's response was that someone should find out what brand of whiskey Grant was drinking and send a case of it to all of his generals. Lincoln's point was when someone is doing something right, you shouldn't micromanage them. I would argue that the federal government has a critical role to play in supporting fast and smart growth of proven success. And that's what Congressman Polis's bill does so well. To do successfully, the federal government must protect the single greatest ingredient of success, and that is autonomy. The whole concept of charters, as was mentioned before, was in exchange for high performance, the operator gets freedom. I would argue that that is our secret sauce at Harlem Success. How come kids, I am asked all the time, who are in a Title I school with 18% special ed have outperformed affluent neighborhoods in New York City and around the state? If I may brag for a moment, we ranked 32 out of 3,500 schools statewide. We outperformed our school district by 20% in math, 40% in reading. Nearly 3/4 of our children scored at the highest level, which is a 4, compared to 1/4 in the school district. Our Harlem children outperformed those in Scarsdale, one of the wealthiest communities in this country. How is that possible? The answer is freedom. We have the freedom to get it right, the freedom to correct in real time the stuff we get wrong, the freedom to innovate, the freedom to work longer and harder, the freedom to organize our schools around children and teaching rather than the economic interests of grown-ups. Without this freedom, you would get the same results that the school districts get. At Success Academy, we have the freedom to invest in teaching and school leadership talent, so we pay more than the local teacher's contract. How do we afford this, even though our per pupil is less? Well, we choose to have larger class sizes so we can pay our teachers more, and we don't rely on a Soviet-style procurement system of the district. Like many Americans, we go to Costco and Kmart and Target to buy our supplies. We have the freedom to make science a non-second-class subject by teaching it 5 days a week starting in kindergarten. We have the freedom to use technology in really smart ways, not only to improve student learning, but more importantly, to improve teaching. And we've emphasized technology way too much on the student end and not enough on the teaching end. At Success Academy, we organize our resources, both in terms of time and money, around helping teachers get better. I understand my time is running out, so I'll cut to the chase. We are succeeding because of this freedom. But while there are these proof points of success, I have to run back to New York to a hearing because there are forces trying to stop replication, whether it's KIPP or Achievement First or Harlem Success Academies. These great proof points are being resisted by the forces of the status quo. And I would urge you, Chairman Miller, to be bold, as I know you have, so that we can give so many more children an opportunity to learn at an unbelievably high level. Thank you so very much.